And hello there. We'd like to welcome you into the Philly and Fred show for Saturday, November 14th, 2025. You got no episode earlier this week because the app we record the podcast on it started at 40% download and it never got over that. So we apologize for that. And the true or false segment we have on Tuesday, don't worry, we'll do that today. Today we got to talk about the little bit of the Thursday night game and then the Sunday slate, true or false, and who's going to make a statement. But before we get into any of that football stuff, I've said this for a long time. Whites, we got to do better. We can't be wearing shorts when it's 20 degrees outside. It's a uniquely white thing. I just wish whites would stop doing it. I went to the gym. It was 20 degrees. I seen 3 white people in shorts. I said, that just can't happen. Us as whites got to go. It's 20 degrees. We're putting on pants. We're putting on sweatshirts. Because those whites make me look bad, and then all other races get to go like, yo, white people, they don't put shorts on when it's cold. They mess with wild animals. I don't do none of that stuff. But now I get lumped in with those whites. So just a PSA to those whites, stop doing that. It's cold. It's freezing season. Please put pants on. I hate seeing it, and it annoys me. And now that we got this podcast, I'm going to say this. Hopefully it gets clipped, and then hopefully more whites voice their frustration, and maybe people stop doing it. We'll see. On to the football. Jets 14, Patriots 27. I hate the Patriots, man. You had to wait, 3 years to get Drake May? Really? You had Tom Brady for all those years. And then you get Drake May with Mike Vrabel, too. Titans just give him away, and you get Mike Vrabel. You get the same thing. You get the great head coach, the great defense. Well, he's kind of everything, more of a CEO head coach, but you get the head coach and the quarterback. Drake Mays, he's cool, calm, and collected back there. Pressure don't phase him. He don't get too high, don't get too low. He's been awesome. And hey, didn't we say earlier in the year, like, hey, maybe you should play that guy you drafted in the second round at running back, right?
Yep, and
Well,
that's what they've done.
they've played in the last 2 games. He's gotten rushed at 33 times, 209 carries, or my fault, 33 carries, 209 yards, and 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games. He's a stud. They look good. That's all I got to say about that one. Jets, there's nothing to speak on. What did you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, what you said. I was covering a volleyball game, so I didn't really get to watch any of this except for like the last 7, 8 minutes of this game. But it kind of went from the box score like how I would expect it to go. But how about those unis that the Patriots put out there? Them grays, you didn't like them?
It looked like they combined their gray with their blue. I don't know.
Oh man, I like them. But yeah, Patriots first team to 9 wins. Who would have bet that? Well, I'm
I
sure
mean,
somebody probably bet that out there.
well, Nate might have. What was their over under this year? Like 7,
Oh,
8, I think.
I think it was 7.5.
Yeah, like
I,
they got
I
that
thought
in
they would go
November.
over, but yeah, I didn't think they would be the first team to 9 wins. So, yeah, I mean they're projected right now to have the #1 overall seed in all of the AFC when the playoffs come. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, who's going to beat them for the number 1 seed? Because like the Bills, they beat the Bills. They got the Bills at home one more time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it's going to be the Bills. The Chiefs ain't the same Chiefs this year. The Broncos are the closest, but I don't think I've watched the Broncos. They don't look near as good as the Patriots.
Right.
And then the Colts played really well for a while, and then the last 2 games, I know they won last week, but they haven't played great. So like, yeah, I don't know who outs them for the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I'd have to, check all the schedules, but I mean, yeah, they're the front runner right now, so they might keep that spot.
What where are you at with Justin Fields? You think it's over? You think he's a backup? You think he still could start if he goes somewhere good? Where are you at on Justin Fields?
I think he needs to be, somewhere with a great offensive mind. I how, first before I give my opinion, how did you like him on the Steelers last year? Because I didn't think he played that bad when he played for y'all.
Well, he was good, and my problem with Fields was, which I don't know if it was a problem with Fields or the coaching staff, because it's easy to say like last year, oh, let the dogs loose, like let him throw the ball, let him throw it deep, let have more like better play calls almost, like not so scared.
Yeah.
But then it's like I'm not at practice, so maybe he's not showing he can do that. Maybe if the first read ain't there, he can't progress through all the reads. So I mean, I liked what I saw, but it's maybe coming to be that he just can't see it.
Yeah.
Like if it ain't the first read, he can't see it. He's got all the arm talent in the world, but maybe mentally, he can't be a professional starting quarterback up here. That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. So what my buddy mentioned on a show earlier today, Jr. He mentioned possibly using him like a well, obviously not in this offense, but like get to a great offensive mind like a Mike McDaniel, McVay, Dan Campbell, somebody like that, and use them like a Taysom Hill, possibly move them out of the quarterback position and bulk up a little bit and have your design runs, but maybe not the starting quarterback or just bring them in as a backup and just utilize them a lot, kind of like how the Steelers used them with Russell Wilson last year. So, but yeah, I think it's time's coming to an end. Like when your passing yards over and under is at 129 and a half, like like come on, there's a
Yeah.
problem with that. And yeah, he's not throwing the ball downfield at all. That's literally the reason he has no interceptions. It hasn't really because he's been great, but just because he's not throwing the ball downfield. Um, and yeah, just the reads aren't there all the time as you would expect at his age now. So yeah, um, yeah, I hate to say it because I loved Fields. I wish he got the personnel, at the Bears, but yeah, it may be coming to an end with his, at the starting quarterback position in the NFL.
Alrighty. On to Madrid. The Spaniards get a game. Commanders versus Dolphins. Dolphins minus 2.5. A lot of running in this game. Both teams can't stop the run. And the Dolphins, you want to hear a funny stat about the Dolphins offense the last 4 games?
Go ahead.
They've either scored more than 30 points or 6 or less points.
Oh God,
They have
yeah,
done nothing in between 30 and 6. So you talk about all or
that's crazy.
nothing. I
Yeah,
looked at that because I was like, man, I feel like they've been good a couple of times. And I went back and looked. I'm like, oh, yeah, they've either been all or nothing.
yeah.
They've been horrific on offense or they've been really good on offense.
Hmm.
Yeah, who you going with?
Give me the commies, man. I just feel like they're due for a win. We see these overseas games always go weird. Why not take why not take the underdog? I think the Commanders are on like a 5 game losing streak. Maybe they go overseas and get a dub with Mariota. Dolphins have been looking too good the past few weeks. So give me the Commanders plus the 2.5. I think they win outright though.
That's unlike the Dolphins. They can't look that good that many weeks in a row. That's just unlike them as a
Yeah.
franchise. And okay, I got a question for you. McDaniels, do you think now that they fired the GM, do you think he's already got his job? Like he's going to have a job next year? Or do you think he's possibly coaching to try to get his job back next year? That he's done after this season, unless they have a miraculous comeback this season?
Honestly, yeah, with the firing of the GM, that may tell that they might not be moving away from McDaniel. So possibly if he gets them to a, reachable win number, I'd say maybe I think 6 would be the golden number to possibly not get fired. I know it's still terrible, 6-11, but I think if he finishes it still with at least 6 wins with the way the season started, I think he'll probably have a job next year.
No, and I had the same thought because I thought the whole year I kept waiting for after they played bad games for him to get fired. But as soon as
Hmm.
they fired the GM, I was like, oh, that means he's probably got a longer leash than most people thought he did.
Right.
And I assume they'll probably keep him at this point if you didn't fire him and fire the GM. And I guess they're gonna hire the GM. My guess would be that they hire a GM and then that GM and McDaniels pick their next quarterback because I doubt when new GMs come in, if a quarterback ain't playing well, they get rid of him because they're like, I didn't draft this guy. This guy ain't my problem. I ain't gonna let this guy fire me from my job, and I didn't even have anything to do with this guy. So
Yeah.
now how they'll get rid of him, whether it's they won't play him or because they're not gonna be able to trade. No one's gonna take that contract on with how he's played. So I don't know how they're gonna do that, but uh, I think McDonald, the new GM, will probably pick a new quarterback for next year.
Yeah.
On to Pittsburgh. Bengals at Steelers. Steelers minus 5.5. The Steelers are going to kill the Bengals, and the only reason I think that is because I'm out. I'm done. I hate them. They anger me. So of course they're going to win this one. And another reason, Joe Flacco's got to come back down to earth. Like he's 40 years old, but I think his last 5 games his last 4 games he's thrown for 313 yards per game and 11 touchdowns. Like I like Joe. Joe's awesome. You know, he's an old man. He's slinging it, cane in one hand, ball in the other hand. But at some point, he is Joe Flacco. Like it's going to come down to earth at some point. You got to assume, and I think it might be this week.
Yeah, give me the Steelers as well. Rematch of the Unk Bowl. But just don't see, y'all do Steelers do pretty good, bouncing back off a loss. Y'all have had, I believe, 2 straight losses now. So and y'all have already lost to the Bengals, so I think y'all will, take care of business this time around at home.
All righty, we're on the same thing there. Next game, Chargers minus 2.5 at the Jags. The Jags sucked. The Chargers, hey, they got their butt whooped. You remember that game? I was at your house. Remember we watched because I remember Nazir was over there and he thought they were going to win the Super Bowl. The Colts killed the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then they had lost 3 out of 4. It looked like they were running out of gas. Injuries were piling up. I mean, hey, they've run it. They've won it. They've won 3 in a row now. They've run the ball well. Maybe Herbert has to do a little less, and that defense played really well again. And also, I went back and looked at their game because I felt like they had a lot of turnovers in their losses. They're undefeated this year. When they haven't turned the ball over more than twice, they're undefeated. So, like, just don't turn the ball over. But what sucks in this game is that's actually the one good thing the Jags could do.
Yeah.
But still give me the Chargers.
I hate to say this, but I'm gonna go to Jags, man. For some reason, I figured this spread would be more like a 4 or 3.5, 4.5, but it's only 2.5. And yeah, the Jaguars, annoying team to watch, but I think they will get a few turnovers this game at home. And off that brutal loss last week, I think they get a W. Chargers, a better home team rather than road. So yeah, give me the Jags to cover the plus 2.5.
No, some teams, I understand it, Philly. Some teams you just can't quit.
Yeah.
You literally go, I'm not picking that team again. And then you look at their matchup the next week and you go, oh no, I got to take them again.
Mm-hmm.
I like them to cover again. Oh no, what's happened? I just said
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking them again. Now I'm taking them. Uh, on to the Buccaneers at Bills. Bills minus 5.5. Who you going with here, Philly?
Yeah. Give me. This seems like a very much trap line. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna take the Bills. I don't love this either. I mean, Baker is so grit off season, but I mean injuries have really just been the bug for them. Uh, Seems like Josh Allen and McDermott are pretty good off losses as well. So I think Bills can win by like a touchdown. That's probably what it will stand. Touchdown or 10 points. Bills win by.
Well, and just like, I mean, we were just talking about you not being able to quit the Jets. I can't quit the Bills because I'm going to pick the Bills again. In the last 3 weeks, I picked the Bills. They're 0-3. Picked against them twice. They win by 30. Pick against them one time, and they lose. And get killed by the Dolphins. So I can't quit the Bills. You know, I'm the same
Yeah.
way with the Bills. And the only reason I'm picking them is because the Bucks have not been good against the run lately. And that's the thing the Bills can do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bills can't stop the run, and the Bucks are running for 80 yards a game over their last 5 games. So like, they're the Bills' weaknesses are not the Buccaneers' strengths. It's their weaknesses too. So like, it's not. That doesn't favor them in this game. And I'm kind of with you on the Bucks injuries. We're what 10, 11 weeks into the season, and it feels like they're leaking oil already.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just feels like the playoffs can't come soon enough for them because
Yes.
every game they play, it feels like there's just going to be another injury. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going with the Bills. The Bills can run the ball. When they run the ball, they're good. They're really good. But when you stop them in the run game, they don't have the weapons outside to win. So, but like in this game, Bucks have struggled against the run. Bucks can't run the ball. They can't expose the Bills' weaknesses. So I'm also taking the Bills. We're both going Bills there. Bears at Vikings. Vikings -2.5. Go ahead since it's your Bears.
Yeah, this is tough for me. I really don't know what to think about this game. So I guess I'm gonna lean my Bears. I know we really, honestly, if you look at our schedule, we have not beat anybody, which kind of terrifies me with our upcoming schedule. But I mean, we already lost to the Vikings in bad fashion the first week of the season. I think we get back, get our revenge back. This game. Caleb Williams, he's got to be better in the first couple quarters. We don't want to be trailing by 10 with 8 minutes left in this game. We want to start off fast and stay consistent throughout the game. I've heard rumors of maybe Jalen Johnson, our top corner, coming back this game. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be a big help for us against. He'll be guarding JJ, of course. But yeah, and our defense, man, we've gotta prepare better, man, because we're giving up a lot of yards. So Aaron Jones, he's a Bears killer. So we gotta get that run game. We gotta stop that run game for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna take my Bears plus the 2.5.
Oh my God. Everything's telling me to take the Vikings, but I want to take the Bears. And
Yeah.
I think it's just like JJ, he had one good fourth quarter against the Bears the first time, and then he played good against the Lions in the first half. But like
Yeah.
besides that, like he just hasn't played well. And Caleb, like people have fought Caleb. People don't like Caleb. Like whatever. Caleb has played well this year. He's not been
Hmm.
awesome. He's not been like Drake May, like #1 pick, but he's not been a bust either. He's been pretty good. The Bears have run the ball. They've helped him out. Like so, I mean, quarterback it goes to the Bears. I think for sure. And I was looking up the Vikings defense is like the Lions offense. When they stop the run, they play really well. But when they don't stop the run, they get dominated.
Yeah.
And the Bears have been running the ball lately. So I think I'm going to take the Bears. Because in the first, and I look back at the first game, their running backs did not run the balls. Caleb's scrambles were, Caleb, Caleb Williams, I think, might have been the leading rusher.
Oh
And
yeah,
the two
our
running backs
run.
really struggled.
Yeah, our run game was trash like the first 3 weeks, and now we're like I think number two in like yards per
Yeah.
game
Really
for our
been running
running
it well
backs.
lately.
Yeah. So
Uh, Next game, Texas -5.5 at Titans. I'm not watching this game because these two are literally the top two in my. I hate to watch them play football. And, hey, I gave them both a chance. I watched both of them. People, Texas fans might say, "But we scored 28 in the fourth quarter." I don't care. That's not enough to make up for a whole bad season of football. Their defense is elite. Give me the Texans.
yeah, I hate this game as well. Texans coming off emotional loss. You wonder, how their vibes are in a division game on the road. Oh, I hate this. I've taken them too many times, but give me the Titans plus 5.5 at home. Maybe they learned some stuff in their bye week.
Maybe. I mean, they're coming off a bye. That's something. Panthers at Falcons. Falcons -3.5. I'm not picking this game. Both these teams are too toxic to me. I can't do it. I'm not doing it again. Every
Ah.
time they both shoot me a text when they're lonely and go, "Hey, we're pretty good at football. Watch. Hey, we
Mhm.
won last week." And then I go, "Ooh, okay. I think they like me. I'm gonna pick them." Pick them,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely ghost me. Just read my message, don't send nothing back, and get blown out. So I
Mm-hmm.
screw both of them. I'm not picking. You can go ahead and pick. I ain't picking.
I just changed mine last minute. I was gonna go Panthers, but Panthers did blow this team out 30-0. And I'm not a Michael Penix believer right now, but they're probably gonna play out of their mind because Falcons is the most unpredictable team, in my opinion, in the whole entire league. So yeah, give me Falcons minus the 3.5.
No, the Falcons, they've been toxic to me all year.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
mean,
yes,
I watched
yeah,
them
they
play
have.
week 1. I was like, oh, they're pretty good. And then week 2, they played the Vikings. Oh, hey, Fred, look at how good we are. Did you see that
Mm-hmm.
pass rush we had? Oh, Bijan was running all over the place. Oh, okay, cool. I'll pick you on my last man standing. Awesome. I think we got a really good relationship. Boom. They get beat 40-0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see what we did against the Bills? Oh, we killed the Bills. We got after Josh Allen. We ran it all over them. Boom. Next week, they got killed by somebody. I don't know. Yeah, I'm over both of them. I'll put my neck on the line for both of them. I hate both of them. Uh, on to New York. Packers minus 6.5 at Giants. I mean, I'm picking the Giants. The Packers are 0-5 against the spread this year when they're favored by 6.5 or more. Offense is all over the place. Same thing as I can't remember whoever I just said earlier was the same, or it was the Dolphins. They're the same
Mm-hmm.
thing as the Dolphins. They've either scored 30 or more or 13 or less. Or it was like, no, 27 or more or 13 or less. Like there's no consistency. They're all over the place. The defense has been pretty good, but they don't force any turnovers. And I had a thought because I seen something a couple weeks ago. It might have been after the Packer or the Steelers game, and people were saying, "Oh, Jordan Love's for sure a top 5 quarterback." I think with his consistency throughout the whole year, I think he's barely top 10. If you ask me,
Nah, I can definitely agree with that statement. And I'm agree with you on that side. Like I said last week, this offense will not be the same without Tucker Craft. I believe Romeo Dobbs got hurt last week as well, along with Matthew Golden. So they're depleted at the receiver position. And yeah, they don't win these games where or cover these games, let alone win against these teams that they're supposed to win against. Jameis Winston is starting this game. You know he's giving this pregame speech and is gonna have this Giants team fired up.
yeah, eating W's. I mean, there
Hey,
was that
I,
there was that one. They said when he's, I think it was one of the former players said when he's calling a play in the huddle, it sounds like he's telling you a secret. Like everything combined, I was like, oh, this guy's pretty awesome. I don't know if he'll ever be a starting quarterback again, but personality wise, he's pretty awesome.
yeah, and I mean, Giants just fired um Dayball, so like often you see these teams coming off a fine of a head coach, and like it gives them life, like somehow. So I I might sprinkle on Giants on the money line this week. Jameis Winston probably gonna have like 300 plus, passing yards. So yeah, give me the Giants plus the 6.5.
Oh no, this game was going to be because Jackson Dart's fun, but no, ain't nobody Jameis Winston fun.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody throw for 5 touchdowns, throw for 3 picks, 2 pick sixes, like throw for 500 yards, like Jameis Winston. He's the greatest of all time in making games fun. I think he's the greatest. I don't think anyone's better.
Oh yeah.
And do you think
One. Go ahead.
Dart will finally learn his lesson to slide now that he has to actually sit out a game?
Hopefully
Like
so, and how he's been over Sports Center and Get Up about this situation. Hopefully, yeah, he's been listening and yeah, learned his lesson.
like finally, please. Like you're a heck of a guy. Like I'm bought in on him talent wise.
Yeah.
But you've seen this a couple times now where quarterbacks just never learn
Mm-hmm.
and they got great talent, but then their body just doesn't do it anymore because they've put their body on the line for no reason for too long. And that comes back to bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we hope for his sake Dart can learn his lesson. But on to the next one. The juggernaut matchup of the day. Seahawks at Rams. Rams minus 3.5. I'd say the last 2 weeks, this is the juggernaut fight I've been waiting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because ever since I watched them on Sunday Night Football destroy Washington, I had seen them play well, but when I seen that and then I saw last week, and I've seen the Rams the last couple weeks. This is the one I've been waiting for. And when I really looked at it, I was like, man, these teams are really similar. They've had great QB play, elite number one receiver, both dominate both lines of scrimmage, both have really good defenses, both play in the same division. Like this one, this feels the teams feel pretty similar and pretty close. And I think we asked, we said, will Shaheed, when he got traded there, will Shaheed help the run game? Well, they ran for 200 yards the first game he played. So I didn't really get to watch. So I don't know if that was because they had to play that safety up high. They had to play two safety high, or it was just that they were up a lot, which they still, I think, almost ran for 5 yards a carry. So the boxes were probably lighter. Didn't get to see it because by the time I woke up, it was a blowout. And I said, well, that's a blowout already. I'm going to check Twitter. Uh, Seahawks 9-1 on the road since McDonald's been coaching there. The only thing that scares me a little bit about the Seahawks is that in their last 3 games, they got 8 turnovers. You can do that when you're playing against teams that ain't got the same talent as you. The Rams got the same talent as you. If they turn the ball over 2-3 times in this game, they're not going to win. On the road too, like this is. I've looked at their games this year. They like to turn it over a little bit. You can't do that against this team. But saying all that, I will take the Seahawks to cover 3.5. I think at the most they lose by 3. Who you going with?
Yeah, I'm with you right there. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this matchup, all year. I think it's going to be fireworks, lots of scoring, even though these are two of the best defenses in the whole league. I think, Stafford and Darnold will have great games. But yeah, when you're giving me 3.5 with a team that just simply does not lose on the road, and even if they do, I think it'll be close within that field goal. Then I'll take that each time. But yeah, this is just gonna be a marquee matchup, probably one of the best of the entire year. So yeah, I'm curious to see will Sam Darnold turn it over? Like you said, that will be a key point. And shoot, maybe the Seahawks maybe get interception off of Stafford. So yeah, this should be a very good game to watch.
Well, based on his last 6 weeks, I'd say that
Probably
most
not.
likely won't happen because
Hmm.
Stafford's like, hey, Drake May's been awesome. He's one
Yeah.
of he's top. He's played like a top 5 quarterback this year. Some of these other guys, Jonathan Taylor, the Mahomeses, which I don't think Mahomes should be that high right now. They're 5-4, but like they talk about him like that. Stafford should be number one. He's got 20 touchdowns and 0 picks. His last 6 weeks, they're 7-2. They're tied for the lead in the NFC, like top of the NFC. And he's 37, 38. Like they used to be old. They used to be like you got a couple years left, maybe, and you're
Hmm.
definitely not at your peak anymore. Like it's changed nowadays. Brady kind of changed the outlook of like, oh, you can't play till you're 40 at a quarterback. Like since that, like it feels like Brady. Since then, everybody play like. I mean, you got Flacco still playing well. You got Aaron Rodgers playing well. You got Matthew Stafford playing well. These
Hmm.
dudes are 40 or almost 40, and they're playing better than they were. Well, not in Rodgers' case, even though he's playing well, like better in their prime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Stafford should be, and this goes a big way here because it's a 4 o'clock game. Everybody's watching. This could really help him out in the
Oh yeah.
MVP discussion. On to another NFC West matchup: 49ers -2.5 at the Cardinals. The Niners are just so injured, man. And it feels like every week they're getting more and more and more injuries. I think I'm going to go Cardinals here because the Cardinals were playing well besides the Seahawks, which the Seahawks are blitzing everybody right now. So I'm not going to take that into too much. That doesn't concern me too much. I think it's one of those things where people are down on the Cardinals because they got killed by the Seahawks. So now I'm going to go with them. So because getting 2.5 at home, I think they win this game outright. Who you think?
Yeah, this was a kind of back and forth on this, but I'm gonna take the Niners minus the 2.5. So Niners has just been one of those teams like they they don't go on like big losing streaks, but they also don't go on like a huge, winning streak. And yeah, like you said, they are very depleted. But they haven't lost back to back games, all season. So I do think they get it done against a division opponent, in Arizona. But I mean, that should be a very good game. Brissett has gave them life. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that Seahawks. Lost last week. I think they do play well, but I do think the Niners come out on the winning end.
Alrighty. Ravens -7.5 at the Browns. Uh, give me the Ravens. There you got.
You said,
Give me the Ravens. Why? I don't know what else
yeah,
to say.
yeah, they're back. Yeah, look, I'll lay it on the road.
Bet. Another big division matchup here. Chiefs -3.5 at the Broncos. I mean, both teams. I looked at their schedules because I remember the Chiefs won like what 3 or 4 in a row, and everybody was really high on them. Like, oh man, they're back. And I went and looked at who they beat. Both teams have beat one team over 500 all year.
Wow,
Like they
and
just,
13 wins. Jeez,
yeah, they have 13 wins, and 2 of them are over 500 teams.
that's crazy.
Like, so I don't know. And I'll say for the Chiefs' sake, it feels like a similar team to last year almost because there's not a like last year they didn't blow teams out. I think the only difference between this year and last year is they're losing close games.
Yeah,
And
and
they
they
won
they
all them
won them
games
all
last
last
year.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I don't think there's a difference. Like I don't look at this team and go, "Oh man, this team's so much less talented than last year's team." I look at it and go, "Oh, this team's just losing those close games
mm-hmm.
that they won last year." It reminds me of the Vikings the year they went from 13-4 to like 6-11. They
Yeah,
were like 10-0 in one possession games, and then the next year they lost all those. And it was like, well, their roster's not the same. It's like, well, yeah, they just lost. They lost those one-score games they won last year.
yeah,
So, just because Broncos fans were saying I was a hater, I'm going Chiefs.
yeah. I mean, I think this line is telling you everything you need to
Yep,
know.
that's what I was thinking. When I seen -3.5 on the road,
Yeah,
Chiefs, I said, oh, yeah, they know something.
yeah. I mean, you have an 8-2 Broncos team that I believe hasn't lost a game at home this year, like 6-0 or something, 5-0 at home, and they're getting 3.5 points. Everybody's gonna be on the Broncos. Chiefs, I think they're just gonna get it done, man. They're gonna cover this 3.5, win by like a touchdown or so. Like you said, Broncos. I mean, neither team has really played anybody, but I think the Broncos competition is, way less than what the Chiefs have played, so far. So yeah, give me the Chiefs.
Well, and also in this game, like, I just now thought about this, but another reason I like that I'm taking the Chiefs is the Broncos can't score that many points. They've shown that all year. Like, they just
Yeah,
can't. So if it's a close game and you got this year's Bo Nix versus Mahomes, and not only that, but Mahomes has Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy, and then Bo Nix got like Cortland Sutton, but their weapons. Give me the team with the better quarterback, the Hall of Fame quarterback, and the better weapons in a close game.
yeah, and Chiefs are coming off a bye. I don't know I don't have the statistic, but I know Andy Reid's got to be fantastic off of a bye week.
Oh yeah, he's a smart human being when it comes to football. So yes, I'd assume he's probably pretty good off the bye. It's a pretty good way. And I honestly, there's so many teams and so many buys. I forget who's on a bye and who's not playing and who played and
Hmm.
who didn't. I'm
Yeah,
glad you picked that because that's a third reason that I might like that I took the Chiefs right there. The Sunday nighter, Eagles -2.5 at the Lions. I looked it up. The Eagles are middle to lower in the NFL against the run game. And we've talked about this multiple times this year. Before the Lions played last week and then after. When the Lions run the ball on offense, you don't stop them. In their wins, they rush it for 160 yards. In their losses, which I think it's higher now after last week. And in their losses, they're running for like 70. So if you're lower to middle pack against the run, you're playing a top 10 rush offense, and then when they run the ball, they win. I'm going Lions. And also, the Lions secondary is their weakness. Uh, the Eagles just haven't thrown the ball well this year. Like they might throw it well, and that might be because they haven't had to. But from what they've shown me this year, they haven't thrown the ball well. So I'm gonna have to go. I think everything's pointing to a tough win in Philly for the Lions. And also, I gotta, people think I'm a Jalen Hurts hater, and I thought about this comparison the other week. Jalen Hurts is like he's like NBA young boy. Actually, I don't hate the guy, but his fans are just the absolute worst. Like the fans make me want the guy to not succeed at football, but I like the guy. He's a solid guy. He's a stand-up guy. He doesn't celebrate. But then these Eagles fans, just like Young Boys fans, say he's the greatest of all time, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Well, let's hold the horses there. He's a good player. You're putting him in GOAT discussions. He's just a solid player. That was just I had to get that out because I thought about that when I was watching the game. I was like, oh, that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's why. But you can go ahead and make your pick on this game.
This is tough. This is be very good. Hopefully, this is better than the primetime games we have
Yeah.
been getting because the last 2 weeks have been awful. Oh my gosh, they have been horrendous. But give me the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I mean, I hate the Lions as well. So you're right about Eagles run game. How they've been middle of the pack. They haven't been as good like as last year's Super Bowl team was. But I think the difference is, I mean, they picked up Jalen Phillips, and Nolan Smith's back in that lineup. They're getting somebody that's back healthy, and I think that's going to make the difference. I think they're going to push to stop that Lions run or at least limit them. Like last week, Josh Jacobs, he had a boatload of carries, but the yards wasn't really there. I believe he had 21 rushes for like 74 yards. So, and you see who tweeted last week?
Oh yeah, I
AJ
forgot to bring that
Brown.
up. Yeah.
AJ Brown. He
Well, no, he didn't
tweeted.
tweet. He went on a Twitch
Oh
or he
yeah,
went on
that's right.
YouTube or stream or something. We said
Yep.
it.
Oh yeah, we
We
knew it
we
was coming.
well, and what sucks is the other episode we recorded that didn't come out because it sucked or because
Oh
it
yeah.
did the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We literally said, I wonder if he's gonna tweet or he's gonna say something, and boom, you sent me that, and I went, I wish that episode came out. We called that before
Yep.
that, but we knew that was coming. Happens every
Yep.
time.
Yep. If y'all didn't see it, it basically said if y'all have me in fantasy, basically like put me on your bench. So obviously hurt. I mean the passing game for the Eagles has not been great this year, but in order to keep this man happy, I think Hurts is gonna get him the ball a lot. Uh, Him and Devontae are going to create a lot of penalties for that Lions secondary defense. And at home, I just lean the Eagles. They're going to get a few calls that go their way. You already know it's going to happen. Similar to like the Chiefs at home, you already know it's going to happen. So yeah, I think Eagles in a close one.
No, that's always a funny thing about when he says that. I
Yeah,
always think when he says stuff like that, I always think of if the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback walking in there the day after he says that. And like,
yeah,
do they bring it up? Do they not say anything? Like,
right.
yeah, this guy just said I'm a top receiver, but hey, get rid of me in fantasy. Like, I don't know how they react to it, but
Yeah, I mean, I never thought about that. I mean, that's a good question because it's just like, I mean, he said it. He said things like this multiple times, so it's like, yeah, how do you react? Like,
no,
hey,
I never understand how they react. And it's funny
yeah,
because he says it like I don't know what it is. Like it's just the way he says it, so like cool and almost like with the smile, like you know what? Hey, get rid of me.
right,
But yeah, so I guess get rid of me, man. I guess I ain't the game
yeah,
plan this week. I don't know.
yeah,
But yeah, that's oh, and last thing on this game, this was meant for Tuesday after the game because they missed another tush push false start. But hey, I'm loving that they're missing these tush push false starts because you know why? Because that means they're probably gonna ban it.
getting banned. Yeah,
They're gonna ban it now. Because they're gonna be like the NFL's been waiting to ban the play. They want it banned. but
Mm-hmm.
injuries weren't happening, and then nothing else was a reason to ban it. It's still technically a football play. It's really a rugby play, but now the NFL
Yeah.
can go to the Eagles and send out to everyone in the league like, hey, officials are saying we can't officiate it, so boom, sorry, you can't run it no more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why everybody else is losing their mind, like, oh, they false started again. I mean, I'm just giving it a, like, oh yeah, hey, for every false start, that's just another reason to get it banned.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of them from this guy. Alrighty, that's the Sunday slate. All right, Philly, who's gonna make a statement this week? We were 2-0 last week. Who's making one this week?
Let's get the Kansas City Chiefs. They're 5-4. Their division foe, the Denver Broncos, sitting at 8-2. Oh, they're like, oh no, not so fast. We're the big dogs of this division still, and they're gonna pounce on these Broncos. I say Chiefs by 10 points this week, off the bye week. Yeah, good vibes after the bye week. Give me the Chiefs to make a statement.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say pound, and I was gonna have to say pause. That's why I said, and I heard this like the end of it. I said, oh, thank God he said pound. I was like, oh Jesus, that's a clip. My statement this week, I think I'm going Detroit. I think the Lions go into Philly, run the ball. Golf looks awesome. They do enough on defense.
Mhm.
They're never going to look awesome on defense. I just don't think they got the guys, but I think they do enough on defense. The offense rolls, and Philly just can't keep up on offense against the Lions offense. I got the Lions winning by a touchdown plus in Philly. And I
Mm-mm.
think after this week, I think the team, I think people are going to say two teams are in the top of the AFC or NFC, and I think it's winners Seahawks, Rams, and then the Lions.
Okay.
All righty, next segment, true or false. We did this on Tuesday's episode, but like we said, the episode got deleted. Uh, First one, Tyler Warren and Brock Byers will be a better tight end combo than Kelsey and Gronk. True or false?
Yeah, I'm a go false simply because obviously Tyler Warren, Brock Bowers, obviously just great talents, but the difference between them and Rob and Travis, they don't have that Hall of Fame QB. There's no Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady walking in that room, to save them guys. Um, now I do think they'll probably insert them ways their way into possibly the top 10 all time when it's all said and done. Warren having an unbelievable rookie year. Brock Bowers second year, not so much this year, but it's because Geno Smith is his quarterback. So
Well, and
I
injuries.
mean, yep, and injuries as well. So it's not like it's really not much he can do about that. So yeah, I'm gonna go false on that statement.
You know, it's funny. Your answer changed my answer because I thought of it just as a talent perspective, but I never thought like, oh yeah, those two guys had Patrick Mahomes for half of his career, and then the other guy had Tom Brady. Like, oh yeah, you do need the quarterbacks. Like, yeah, those guys were awesome tight ends, the top two tight ends at the moment in the NFL's history, but they also have the best quarterback of all time and a guy that's trying to make his case to become the best quarterback of all time. So I think your answer changed my answer, and I'm going to go false because you're kind of right about that. Because look at guys like Tony Gonzalez or like Shannon Sharp. Well, not Shannon Sharp had Elway, but Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates. Like they had some good quarterbacks, and they're like third to fifth in the tight end discussion, but they didn't have Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So the quarterback, especially at the tight end, the quarterback's a big deal. Uh, Both went false there. Next one, true or false? The Eagles and Packers will combine for less than one win in the playoffs. And I'll answer this one first. I'm going to go true because I looked at the NFC playoff race, and right now the Packers are going to have to play on the road at the moment. Which actually, this was I looked at that before that loss. Actually, I don't even know. They might not even be in the playoffs right now,
Yeah.
but they're going to have to go on the road if they do make the playoffs. And they're going to have to play a tough game. And with that offense, there's no way I can trust that offense right now on the road to score enough points. And the defense is good, but they don't get takeaways. And then for Philly, I looked at them. They're first in the NFC. But you know what first in the NFC gets you? It gets you a first round bye. And you know who you play in the second round at the moment?
At the moment, probably the Seahawks.
Well, the loser of the Rams Seahawks game.
Lions, maybe.
No, the
Go ahead.
loser of the Rams Seahawks game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Which who before they play is the Rams. So yeah, they're gonna have to play the Rams. And I know Philly fans, oh, we beat them last year. All right, this year's not last year. Okay. You don't look near as good as you looked last year, and the Rams look better than they did last year. So yeah, I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to go. I'm gonna go in true on this one. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm with you right there on True. This Packers team really doesn't look like anything, and I'm gonna keep preaching. This is not the same offense without uh Tucker Craft. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he 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 led them in a lot of categories in that passing offense. Jordan Love really he has not impressed me at all. He keeps coming with these WTF moments. And yeah, the Eagles haven't really, even though they're 7-2, they haven't been all impressive as well. They are getting healthy, which is a little concerning. But if you look at the NFC, there's just so many teams that can beat both of these teams. Like Lions, Seahawks, and Rams, all pretty scary. And I'm not ruling out my Bears. I think we can beat most teams in the NFL. At any time, any game. So. I would go under 1.5 as well. And yeah, like you said, Packers. I mean, after the loss to the Eagles, they may not even
Yeah,
make the
make it.
playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that tie hurts them at the end of the year. So yeah, give me under 1.5 combined playoff wins.
Hey, we both went the same way on both of them. Any other comments before we get out of here?
No, I feel like this will be one of the best NFL sites though we've had in a couple weeks. So hopefully, lives up to the hype.
No, the good thing about this week is there's good games in all three time slots.
Yes, yes,
You got the one
that's
o'clock
always
good
good.
game. There might be a couple, and then you got the 4 o'clock juggernaut game, and then you got the Sunday night football juggernaut game. So
Mm.
all day there's going to be good games going on. I got one another another message. Can we non football related? Can we get rid of daylight saving time? It sucks. I was
Oh
on my way
God,
home at
what?
6:30 yesterday from the gym, and it was dark. It felt like it was 9 o'clock summertime. I said, "This is
Yeah,
ridiculous. Why do we do this? What is it for the? I think it's for the farmers or something. They probably hate it. Why would they want it to get dark at 6:30? It's stupid." Yeah,
yeah, it throws you off for sure.
I had that thought the other day. I was like, I was driving home, and I was like, it looks like midnight. It's 6:30 outside,
Yeah, it's like you
and
look
it's
outside, it's 6:37, and like you're yawning, like it's bedtime. Like, well, no, it's not really. Yeah, we kind of got to fix dinner, right now. But
Yeah, you,
yeah,
you go into work, it's dark. You leave work, you're like, oh, here it's gonna be sunny for a while. Yeah, I'll be sunny for about 30 minutes. Then it's
yeah.
dark again. I mean, you just got to be depressed sitting inside looking at clouds and darkness all winter. I
Hmm.
hate daylight saving time. I just had to make that be known. Thought about it the other day, and I said, I'll say it on the podcast. I hate daylight saving times. And yeah, that's that on that. Had to get that out. That's it for the show. We'll see y'all Tuesday.